So morning, lovely yogis. Begin lying down or seated, whatever your body wants to do this morning. And let's just come into this space. Put everything that we've done earlier and what we've got ahead of us today, let's just pop it outside. And just come into how we feel in this moment in time. Just noticing whether you're feeling quite content today, or maybe a little bit low. Perhaps you're looking forward to something. Just notice the feelings that you've got and what they can relate to. And then just enjoying breathing consciously. Following the inhale and exhale. And taking the opportunity to ground your energies through your root into the earth. And just notice if you have an intention for your practice today, or an intention for the day ahead of you. Maybe it's to consciously drink a bit more water, or to be mindful of your negative thoughts, or to just try and introduce something more positive every time you look in the mirror. Being aware of that initial thought. So just take a few more deep breaths, and if you're lying down, bring the knees in. If you're already seated and you just want to roll the shoulders, whatever feels good, just have a moment just to move consciously in a few ways of stretching. And then join me in seated. Take your time, there's absolutely no rush, and the beauty of yin is that we move our body gently. There's a little piece I'm going to read to you at the end of the class, and it's about peace. So I thought that we could do the mantra mudra. At the beginning, the piece begins with me, where we touch each finger to our thumb, saying, "Peace begins with me." Such a powerful little mantra, it really is, especially when we try and really take it in and embody it. Sometimes mantras, they're just words and we repeat them and it's a bit boring or repetitive, but if we can really take the essence of what we're saying and the vibration of what that does within us, then it really has quite a sort of a profound change on ourselves. So just relaxing in whatever comfortable position you want to sit in. And we'll close our eyes. I'll pop the timer on. We'll do about 5 minutes of this. And we'll begin. So just bringing each finger to thumb. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Just take this internally now with the mudra. Nice gentle breaths. If after a while you want to just rest your hands and release the mudra, but just stay with the mantra for a little bit longer. Try and stay with the mantra in your mind. Staying relaxed. And just gently coming back, noticing how that felt. Whether you felt quite peaceful after a while, or whether it felt too long. Just notice your inner energy, really. So we're going to come into puppy, our first pose. Getting into a little bit of a back bend. So bringing the hips over the knees and just lowering the body down. If you need a little block for your head to raise the forehead a little bit so that it's not so uncomfortable as we stretch the arms out, then that's always an option. And then just start to explore how much you want to stretch the arms, how that feels around the shoulders. Also known as melting heart pose, this one, which is lovely for heart center, heart chakra.
And as always, if at any time you need to come out of these poses because it's getting a bit too much, please do. So we get a little bit of a curve into our lumbar spine here. We're stimulating through the upper back and arms. Notice if you can start to relax the belly and relax the lower back. And beginning to soften around the shoulders and arms as we just get used to this stretch. And gently become aware if there's any tightness in the legs and the calf muscles. Trying to relax wrists and hands. Deep breaths. Really notice where you're finding this difficult, challenging in whatever way. This is really lovely pose for working the meridians of the arms, the heart and lungs and the large and small intestine. So let's just take a deep breath here. And lifting the head and just very gently bringing the arms back, noticing how that feels initially. We just did about sort of 3.5 minutes with that one. It's an intense pose, so really as you come out you might want to kind of roll the shoulders a bit just as you lie down, moving slowly, feeling everything that you feel. Sometimes I wonder whether certain poses can feel very different for us week to week, depending on what's going on in that chakra or the energy in the heart center. If we're dealing with something difficult in an emotional way, sometimes the pose can be quite challenging, or we're tense in it. We can't let go because we're holding something that's being a little bit of a blockage. We'll do heart bench later on, so another heart opening pose, and we can just check the difference between those two positions and how the heart energy feels. But just for now, have a moment to just soften, try and relax your back. It might still be holding a little bit of tension as it finds its way to feeling safe enough to really let go. Use the breath each time just to soften a little bit more. And noticing if there's still some tightness lingering.
deep breaths. And just noticing now if after we've really relaxed and we've come out of that pose, whether there's kind of like a nice feeling through the back of your body. So we'll hug the knees in and enjoy a nice rock. And we'll roll up to seated. Coming into cocoon. In this seated position, just walk out the pads of buttocks. And then we'll bring that left foot into the top of the right thigh. So coming into sort of a gentle forward bend, counterposing that first pose. So just relax that front foot. Don't have it flexed. And just gently coming forwards. Only as much as you want to. Just listen to the body today. Often we can have a judgment on how this pose should feel for us, how it should look, but just come into it with a fresh feeling. Tuning into the back, especially after we've taken that first pose, puppy. Relaxing that right leg. Let it rotate if it wants to. And enjoying what you feel through the back of your right leg. This is targeting your urinary bladder channel. Focusing on your breath. Noticing after however long we've been in this, just whether there's movement, a bit more softening. Every time you move a little bit further into it, just keep relaxing. Noticing what's going through your mind. Just witnessing your thoughts. Keep relaxing the leg around the knees. Breathing to belly. Can you relax your face as well? A little bit more through the neck. And we'll take a few more breaths.
Just noticing before we lift up how far we've come into the pose, how it feels. Just remembering, and then gently lift up. Nice and slowly, awareness on your lower spine, come into neutral. Feeling that lovely stretch that you get through the hamstring and the back of the leg. Relax. As you come down, you might find there's still a bit of tension in the lower back. As your body allows yourself to let go, release the tension in the abdomen and the muscles in the front of your body. And then with one big exhale, you might be able to just let the whole back relax. How do you feel? What are you noticing the most? Following any tingly or coolness that you notice. And gently, when you're ready, hugging in. We'll come into the other side in a moment. But just enjoy a nice rock on your back. Lovely opportunity just to sort of massage the lower spine. Ease out anything that feels slightly sore. And then when you're ready, coming up. And exploring the other side with that open curiosity. Right foot into the left top thigh. And just get comfy in your own time. Just coming forward, noticing any initial differences with this side, because I've got a funny little bit of a nerve twinge. It's something I notice a lot more as I come forward. So just being aware if you've got any little ailments that are more one side than the other, it really might affect your pose too. But in a conscious way, not in a painful way. Relaxing as much as you can, feeling the stretch. And always looking for tension that you can let go, wherever it is in the body. Could be your fingers and your wrists, ankles. Relaxing the head and face a little bit more as you start to soften into this one. If you need props or cushions throughout this, please add them in. Noticing where the body is becoming softer. And being aware of how it feels to breathe into the back of your body, back ribs opening. How do you feel within? And just noticing the internal dialogue that's going on. We'll take a few more breaths. Gently lifting up. Noticing if towards the end of that pose it kind of became comfortable almost. Surrendering feeling. Let's just come down. Nice and slowly, really kind of aware of that lower back that we've stretched into. Deep breath. Lovely long sigh. Let everything relax. Feeling the lovely stretch that you've got through the back of that outstretched leg. Perhaps noticing some sensation around buttocks, outer thighs. Still letting everything soften a little bit more. Every out breath, just let everything sink a bit more to the mat. And if you feel the most relaxed you can be, just follow the breath, rise and fall of your belly, chest. And we'll gently hug our knees in. Take your time to enjoy this rock. If it's a slow rock or a fast one, little circles, just noticing as you move from side to side, any twinges or tightness that you notice still. And then rolling up. If you've got a couple of blocks, we'll come into heart bench now. So with puppy, we had that curve into the lumbar spine. Then with cocoon, we've come forward to counterpose it. And now we're coming back again with that kind of gentle curve into lumbar, but a bit more thoracic spine. So we're kind of going both directions, alternating. If this doesn't work for you today, please by all means swap this out and come into normal bench with the cushion. Always an option to do that. But if you're happy with heart bench, let's come into this one. And then we will come into cat's tail afterwards as a twist to the body. So a bit of an all-round movement today. So as always, take your time just to find the position that's right for you with this block. It always takes me a few moments to fidget. And then, like a cat turns around half a dozen times. It's just like finding that spot that you can let go into, you know. Even though it feels a little bit hard and strange against the back, it is something we get used to. Let the arms rest and relax wherever you want them. They can be quite low down or more up towards level with shoulders, whatever feels right for you today. Relaxing the legs. And your chin may just tilt in, lengthening the neck. And then when you feel that you can, just close your eyes. Breathing, it might feel quite hard against the block behind your back. Lovely deep breaths. And noticing how the heart energy feels. It's it's a subtle feeling in this pose compared with puppy. In puppy, we are bringing the chest down, the head is down. It might feel a bit more like a surrendering heart energy. And this may feel more like a much more open and spacious heart energy. Keep trying to relax the neck. Relax the buttocks and legs. And what feeling in your heart do you feel? Is it peaceful? Is there a warmth in there, like a fuzzy, excited feeling? Just tune into what you're feeling. And if you can, while you lie here, I always invite you to do this with me, is just say, I love me. I love me. Not in a conceited way, just a real appreciation for you, yourself, your body, your mind.
And with a few more breaths, we'll just gently notice how this pose feels at the end of 5 minutes. And gently come up. Lift your head first, and then supporting your body. Come up. Oh. Always a little bit of an effort to get up. And then the lovely bit where we come down. Always feels a little bit strange at first. And gradually the body gets used to this coming back into a nice neutral alignment in your spine. Dropping the shoulders away from your ears if they feel a bit hunched up. And taking some nice deep breaths. In this moment, can you just maybe say to yourself that life feels good and that you're enjoying life in this very moment? So hug in. Right knee, then left knee. Noticing how it feels as you change the curve of your back and spine. Gentle rocks. You might want to bring the head up just to stretch a bit more through the back. And then we're going to come into cat's tail. So as I'm sort of lying in this position, I'm going to turn to my right hand side. Oh, you will want a pillow. So if you can bring a pillow or something soft just up towards the head area, I always find it quite helpful. So coming into this position, lying on the right, bring the left knee over. If you can grab your lower foot, great. If not, don't worry about it. You can use a strap if you feel that you want to. Otherwise, just let the leg extend to the floor. And then when you're ready, just rotating that left shoulder back. I use the pillow for my head just so that you can get as much relaxation in your neck as possible. Otherwise, there's always sort of a bit of tension being held there. Deep breath in, relax. If you are holding your foot, you're going to get a nice stretch through your right quad and over the top of the knee. If not, don't worry. Try and relax your buttocks. And then from buttocks, try and relax the lower back and the waist, both sides. Relaxing as much through your arms and legs as you can, and then head and neck. Really try and let the head be supported by the cushion. Relaxing neck. And then it's a constant rotation of awareness all the way back through. Relaxing buttocks and back. When you feel relaxed physically, just follow where the breath moves in your body. A nice slow rhythm of the chest expanding and contracting. Notice if there's a little bit more room for movement, you can roll that left shoulder back a bit more, get more into a twist in the body, only if that feels right. But keep relaxing. Let's take a breath. And then gently release the foot. If you were holding, roll yourself back onto your side and then very gradually onto your back. I like to move really slowly, lifting the body and the hips, placing your body down with care. And as you close your eyes, you can really quite notice where you're feeling that through both sides of the body, one more active than the other perhaps. Relax the back. And just really enjoy exploring what you feel, really hone in on the finer sensations that you feel in your body. And with one more breath, we'll hug in. Again, just being so gentle with your body and your spine. A few very slow rocks can sort of reveal a little bit more of the stretch. And then we'll come up. I'm going to swivel to the other side. So coming onto your left side now. And again, take your time to get into this. There's absolutely no rush. It's nice to just sort of be in your body and feel how you move, what moves easily, what's a little bit restricted perhaps. Right knee comes over, grabbing your lower foot, so your left foot, only if you can. And then with a pillow, let's relax, turning that right shoulder backwards. And just take a few moments just to place your head and the most relaxing way you can be with your neck. How does it feel this side? What difference do you notice? Stretch around the quad or the knee. Again, relaxing lower back and buttocks. The more you can relax and be supported, the more you can really let go and feel this. Notice how many times you have to keep relaxing the same part of your body. It might be your neck, and you might need to change the head position a few times, whatever feels right. Notice if you like this pose today, whether it's in some way really beneficial, moving more into the pose if you can or want to. And as you do, if you move more into it, notice how it changes breath movement through your body. Just noticing your thoughts. And with one more breath, we'll release the foot if we're holding. Roll to the side for a moment, and then just navigate coming onto your back. Take your time, very gentle movements as we come out of a twist. Placing your body down, your back down, and just knowing that it will just settle. All the cartilage between the vertebrae will just find it their natural shape again. Relax the buttocks, lower back, shoulders and neck. Taking a few deep breaths here. Where does the body feel nice and refreshed? So in your own time, draw the knees in, enjoy a nice rock. We're going to come into relaxation now. Choosing whether you want to be seated or lying down, whatever feels right. What does your body want? So we'll just have a little bit of time to relax. I have something to read you. It's about peace. So just let yourself get comfortable. This is The True Peace by Black Elk, Native American. The first peace, which is the most important, is that which comes within the souls of people. When they realise their relationship, their oneness with the universe and all its powers, and when they realise that at the centre of the universe dwells the Great Spirit, and that this centre is really everywhere. It is within each of us. It is the real peace, and the others are but reflections of this. The second peace is that which is made between two individuals, and the third is that which is made between two nations. And above all, you should understand that there can never be peace between nations until there is known that true peace, which I have often said is within the souls of men. Interesting. And a lovely little quote which I love and I often come to is, "An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind," which is a quote by Gandhi. Very profound. Coming back to the idea that if we want world peace or we want peace, we have to find that peace within ourselves. Release resentment, ideas of revenge, any anger or fear. We just have to find that peaceful place within. So just lie there now. Take these few minutes to just be with yourself. Notice how peaceful you can or can't be as you lie there with this space. So very gently, you don't have to move yet, just bring your awareness back to your breath and your body. Take a few breaths, just as you relax there still. And just check in, how are you feeling now? Compared with an hour ago when we started, how does the body feel? How does the mind feel? And the soul? All of it, all holistic. So if you're lying down, just gently start to hug the knees in. If you're seated already and you just want to roll the shoulders and neck, whatever feels nice. Coming back into our body first and then back into our day. Hugging knees in, having a lovely stretch. And gently rolling up to seated. Take your time. And then we can join our hands together. Om Shanti. Namaste.